Okay, back on the GoPro. You matched the car. That's great.
I do.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Ready to rip?
I am something like that. Hop on in.
Listen up here. If you don't do something cool, you're sleeping on the couch.
Can I have Jess?
No.
Can Jess join me on said couch?
No.
I better do something cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
No pressure or anything.
Yeah, none at all. Let's go.
But, unfortunately, this was not the start of my day. My day started a little earlier. So, let me give you guys a little context. So, the Vargas brothers, we all know them, we all love them, Rotary guys. They came down for a little family vacation, decided to bring their Repu to do a burnout at the Freedom Factory. Me, being the nice guy that I am, I allowed them to stay with me. So we wake up, Kyle, Boosted Boys, calls me up. He says, hey, do you have any E90 that ignite? I need my fix. I say, of course I do. I got 10 gallons right here. He says, I need it right now. Is there any chance you could bring it to me? He's about 45 minutes north of here. So I say, all right, let's just meet in the middle. So we both only have to drive 20 minutes. Me and Mike walk outside and he hands me the keys for the Repu. At that moment, I was questioning all of my decisions I've made leading up to this moment. But I wanted to drive the Repu. So after driving this thing about 20 minutes on I-75, I couldn't hear, I couldn't breathe. I didn't want to talk anymore because I was yelling over this car to Mike. But that was where things got interesting.
Bronte just picked up an omelet for me at home about 10 minutes from here, and look at me. Hey, you got bad knees? I also got bad knees. Yeah, I can tell. Hey, thank you. We're so close. All right.
There we go. We almost made it.
Yeah, we were close. Ran out of gas. Well, Mike almost killed me. Ran out of gas, had to put 93 in it. Smoked me out for a while. I can't hear. I'm probably gonna have tinnitus when I'm older. For sure.
Hey, that's what I got right now.
Yeah, we're both gonna have it pretty bad. I think it's just normal.
Sleep at night.
The tingling?
Yeah,
the whistling?
It sounds like crickets.
Ah. You know, maybe I have the same thing. I just thought it was because I lived in the nature. But yeah, so that broke off. That was cool. So basically, it was like a perfect storm because if it was 85, the fumes wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah.
But because it's 93, running badly, really rich.
Everything's black.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably gonna have to go take a nap. You know, we almost took my truck too, but I listened to Mike.
Let's go get some oxygen.
Yeah. Well, all right. Me and Mike and John here just loaded up, ready for a little burnout contest at the Freedom Factory tonight. Got the Repu out here. Got the 240 out here. Got the electric scooter out here. Just loading up some stuff, and we should be good to freaking go. I am ready to slide this thing. See how it does. Not really slide it, more pop a set of tires. So who knows how it'll do on the first one. It may burn to the ground. It may blow up. None of it would really bother me, honestly. Yeah. So as you can see here, I'm putting on my full fire suit because I know the guy that built this car, and it may catch on fire.
Uh-oh. I hope there's no
You guys
fire.
know I'm not exactly scared of fire.
I guess it does get a little hot sometimes, right?
That too, yeah. This suit doesn't help me stay cool.
Yeah. So we should like get in it and go.
Yeah. I'm letting it warm up a little bit because this thing doesn't like not being up to temp when it runs.
Yeah.
You can't reach the pedals.
but it's a 240. I hear they kind of do this themselves. You just kind of steer.
Got it. All right.
Hey, we offer a new thing here called do not resuscitate. So if it catches on fire, you want us to leave it or put the fire out? Gauge my body language. Just gauge my body language. Okay. If I'm like panicking, trying to get it out, help me. But if I'm just walking away, okay, you know I'm doing it. All right. Got it.
All right, so it's a call it as you see it. What's that do?
Are you ready?
Maybe.
I can't see. Whoa. Yeah, cool. I can't even see him. Woo! Yeah, cool. Whoa.
Make some noise for Cooper, folks.
Woo!
What did you do? Pop your radiator? What happened?
So I stopped because it was hot.
Yeah, the whole cup. No, it
hot.
looks like it came. I saw something shoot up. Did you see that too? Oh, it came around the back. Is it oil or? No, it's water. Just rusty coolant. All right, do you need a push? Nah. All right. Hey, that was really
Nice,
good, though,
cool.
man. Your entrance was very nice. Lots of smoke.
I definitely have some tune-in to do, it looks like.
Yes, sir.
The testing seems like I accomplished that. Tuning is next.
Yep.
Good job, Coop.
Is step
Whoop,
one.
whoop.
Oh yeah, I've never really ripped this car, but I'm going to try third gear, see if I break anything, and then try fourth if that doesn't work.
That's why they call it testing too, man. Let's see it. Don't let these people down.
This clip right here is a perfect example of a safety fail. Completely forgot to flip my visor down, and I am mad at myself for doing that, especially knowing that I was at risk of popping a coolant hose off.
Something might have popped.
I think we lost some oil.
What is happening? I'm scared. What is all that smoke?
It's just oil. It's fine.
Doesn't that mean something could catch on fire?
Maybe.
Oh jeez, get me out of here, Cooper.
No, you're okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Bogging it. Am I known to catch on fire?
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, just got back assessing some of the damage, carnage, if you will. So I slung off this belt here, and we kind of knew that was going to be an issue. I just put this
solid tensioner on to try to fix the issue, but I think I'm gonna switch back to the manual. I think it either popped off this coolant line, or once it overheated, this coolant line burst before this one, but then this one also did. But the main issue, the smokiness and all the oil over here, is this right here. So by the starter down there, I don't know if you guys can see it. I can hardly see it. I can't get to it. There is a little hole. That little hole is from where General Motors would put a dipstick. My dipstick is not in a stock location. So what comes with these oil pans is a little plug, and you plug that hole. My engine did not want its hole plugged, so it vacated the hole plug. Yes, it is gone. It's like this very little piece of metal. Like it looks like you had just cut like a little stick of metal and just shoved it in there.
When you were out there, it was
yeah, you could see when that big puff of smoke comes up right here. I don't know if anybody saw it, but there was a big puff of smoke right here, and when we were driving, that was the smoke. It coming out of the oil pan area, which is a bummer because that's a tough spot to get to. There's headers there, there's a starter there, there's a lot of things that are hot as well to get to there. So kind of a bummer. I'm gonna see about, I don't know, I hate being like that guy that like, let me wedge something in there so it doesn't do that again, because oil is pretty flammable, if you guys didn't know. And I don't know what I have to do that. So everything else is easily fixed and put back. Like I could put more water in it, I could put the belt back on easily. That clamp can go back on pretty easily. But that one little spot is irritating me. So I'm gonna try to fix this and then hopefully get it back out there. I did retrieve my belt too. I had to run out there onto the pad to get it. Well, the 240's back in the garage. Needs a little bit of tweaking. Kind of showed you guys what went wrong on it the other day. I would love to switch to like all AN lines on this, but it's kind of a bit of a job, because then AN needs to be welded on here, here, down there, and then I have to buy like $80, like probably like $200 to $300 worth of AN stuff to make that nice. And then I'd still have the same issue of slinging my belt. So I'm gonna try to reevaluate that, maybe get like a belt laser alignment tool and see if there's some issue that I'm not seeing with the naked eye. I don't know, go back to the manual tensioner, get a longer belt so that it's more over here instead of the I don't know, I'll explain that in the next video when we're messing with this car, because it needs to be cleaned and gone through, evaluated, and all that good stuff. Definitely gonna switch from these worm clamps to like an OEM style clamp, a little better, because the worm clamps are just not it. So gonna have to reevaluate that, maybe do like a nicer silicone hose instead of this OEM style stuff. But I don't know, I got a few things to reevaluate. Not too bad. Car's still here, car's still in good plate in one piece. It still has oil pressure, and we should be good to go with just a very minor amount of work. So that's very cool. I'm gonna go start watching some of this video back because I'm pumped. That was a fun burnout. Definitely super excited on the car. Still have enough tire left for another one of those burnouts. And I do want to say I'm mad at myself because I got caught up in the moment and didn't put my visor down. We all make mistakes. Idiot. That could have been really dangerous. That's coolant everywhere is exactly why I should have my visor down, and I forgot. But that'll do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep it saucy. I'll see you next time.